It was early morning. The forest around the ranger post was calm and glowing with soft sunlight. Alina, a young ranger, stood outside her small wooden house sipping coffee, ready to start her day. Then, a rustling sound came from the bushes nearby. She turned slowly, and her heart skipped a beat. Out stepped a tiny baby gorilla, its fur dusty, eyes filled with tears and fear. It looked straight at Alina, then turned its head toward the forest, as if trying to say something. The little gorilla made a soft, pleading sound and took a few steps back into the trees. Alina understood the unknown. Alina followed the baby gorilla deep into the forest. The air was warm and filled with the scent of wet leaves and earth. Sunlight filtered gently through tall green trees, painting golden spots on the ground. At first, everything looked peaceful, until Alina noticed broken branches and scattered leaves along the path. Then she saw it, a faint trail of blood leading deeper into the jungle. Her heart began to race. The baby gorilla looked back at her, its eyes full of fear and urgency, then continued moving forward. Alina tightened her grip on her radio and walked faster, realizing something serious had happened. Somewhere ahead, someone, or something, was hurt and waiting for help. As Alina moved deeper into the forest, the baby gorilla suddenly stopped and let out a soft cry. Following its gaze, Alina's breath caught in her throat. Lying on the ground ahead was a female gorilla, struggling weakly to move. Her leg was caught in a steel trap, its sharp edges cutting deep into her flesh. Every time she tried to pull away, the pain made her whimper softly. The baby rushed to her side, holding her hand and making heartbreaking sounds of fear and love. Alina's eyes filled with tears. It was the baby's mother. Kneeling beside them, she whispered softly, trying to calm them both. She knew she had to act quickly, or the mother might not survive much longer. Alina quickly pulled out her radio, her hands trembling slightly. "Emergency, injured gorilla found near Sector 9, she spoke clearly, giving her coordinates to the wildlife rescue team. A voice on the radio replied, "Copy that. Stay with them. We're on our way." Alina placed the radio down and moved closer to the wounded mother. She spoke softly, her voice calm and gentle, hoping to ease the gorilla's fear. The baby gorilla clung tightly to its mother's chest, refusing to move even for a second. Alina tore a piece of cloth from her sleeve and wrapped it gently around the bleeding wound. She kept whispering, "It's okay. Help is coming." But inside, she prayed they wouldn't be too late. A few minutes later, the sound of an approaching engine echoed through the forest. Alina looked up and saw the rescue jeep carefully making its way through the trees. The team jumped out, carrying medical kits and tranquilizer equipment. No one spoke. The silence showed their deep respect for the injured creature. One expert gently aimed the tranquilizer dart, ensuring no harm. Within moments, the mother gorilla slowly relaxed, her breathing becoming calm. The team quickly removed the steel trap, wrapped her wounds, and lifted her onto a soft stretcher. The baby gorilla stayed close, watching every move, eyes full of worry. Alina whispered, "You're safe now, she's going to be fine." The rescue team carefully placed the injured mother gorilla on a stretcher and began carrying her toward the vehicle. The baby gorilla walked beside them, never leaving his mother's side. Once inside the jeep, he gently held her arm, his tiny fingers trembling. The road ahead was rough and uneven, the vehicle bouncing slightly with every turn. Yet, no one complained. Everyone's focus was on keeping the gorilla safe. Outside, the jungle stretched endlessly, bathed in golden light. The only sounds were the hum of the engine and the soft rustle of leaves. At every bend, Alina could feel nature's deep silence, as if the whole forest was watching, waiting, and praying for the mother's survival. When the jeep arrived at the Wildlife Care Center, the medical team was already waiting at the gate. They quickly carried the mother gorilla inside, placing her gently on a clean bed in the special gorilla ward prepared just for her. Doctors and veterinarians surrounded her, checking her heartbeat, temperature, and breathing. One of them carefully cleaned the deep wound on her leg, while another administered medicine to fight infection. Alina and the baby gorilla watched anxiously through the glass window. Hours passed, and finally, the doctor looked up with a faint smile. "The bleeding has stopped," he said softly. "She's stable now." Alina sighed with relief, whispering, "You made it, brave mother, you made it." 2 days later, the mother gorilla slowly opened her eyes. The room was quiet except for the soft hum of machines. The baby gorilla, who had been waiting restlessly, ran to her side the moment she moved. He gently touched her face, then pressed his lips against her cheek, a pure, loving kiss. The mother lifted her weak arm and wrapped it around him, holding him close. Watching them, Alina couldn't hold back her tears. In that silent moment, she felt something powerful, a bond beyond words. It wasn't just between a mother and child. It was between life, love, and survival, a reminder of why every rescue truly matters. After several days of care, the doctors finally confirmed that the mother gorilla had fully recovered. It was time for her to go home. The rescue team carefully prepared the transport vehicle, making sure everything was safe and comfortable. As they reached the forest, familiar sounds of rustling leaves and chirping birds filled the air. The entire team gathered quietly for the release, ready for any emergency. When the cage door opened, the mother gorilla stepped out slowly, the baby following close behind. She paused, looked back at Alina for a moment, as if to say thank you, then disappeared into the green wilderness. Her home was waiting, and she was finally free again. After the successful release, the Wildlife Department decided to take an important step. A special ranger unit was formed, a team dedicated to protecting that region and its precious animals. Their mission was clear: keep poachers and predators far away from the gorilla's territory. Day and night, the rangers patrolled the jungle, watching every trail, every sound, every movement. Alina led the team with quiet pride, knowing this effort could save countless lives. The forest once again echoed with peace, birds singing, leaves whispering in the wind.